Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Nelly Keys. Part 63. I'm so glad to be here with you guys. This is a bittersweet moment for me. I've been thinking long and hard about whether or not where I wanted to go pretty much with this city and if I wanted to push things through. So two things that
This is an
I've
emergency
learned.
broadcast to all citizens. The Fire and
Let's let
Rescue
him speak.
Service reports that fires are currently spreading in the nearby forest. The billowing clouds of smoke pose a serious health risk to anyone nearby. At this time, all citizens in the affected area are instructed to immediately move to a safe distance until the situation is under control.
All right, cool. So we just want to go through and let him finish speaking. But yeah, y'all. So I've been thinking long and hard about this, especially since I finished out part 62. So it's two things that I kind of been mulling on over the last few days. This, of course, is my first Cities Skylines II city and playthrough. And so one of the things that's unique about this one is that it actually has mods in it. I had a mod called Move It, and I pretty much, with that mod, I literally had it to where I could move roads, like if I wanted to like really like optimize how the roads were. So like even like when you look over here in this section right here, you notice like some of the roads are like twisted a certain way and things of that nature. Well, what I did not know when I started this is that having mods disables the achievements. And anyone that knows me knows that that's one of the things I love about Xbox and Game Pass and anything Xbox is the achievements. I know that PlayStation has trophies, but I've just been on Xbox since Halo, and I dug the achievements since then, and I just never left. So with that being said, that's one of the things I'm disappointed in, is that the mod that I had was not really a mod to really change the game too much in my opinion, but nevertheless it still disabled the achievements. So I was not able, even though I've gotten this city at, almost over a little bit over a quarter of a million, and amassing 50 million in money, it has not been earning me any achievements in a way that I would like. So that's one part of it. The other part of it is that I learned a lot. So like I stated in previous versions, and if you haven't been watching in some of my earlier videos and periodically throughout, I'll talk throughout this series, but then there are times that I do not talk and I just get on and I build and I do my thing and just kind of develop it over time. And so one of the things that, as you can see, I've learned a lot. I've talked about the importance of districts and how it can make or break your city. The traffic, I've had issues with the traffic here and there throughout. So that's been a thing that I've struggled with, and I'm still struggling with. I learned a lot about the budgets and things of that nature. One thing that I have not figured out in this playthrough, however, is the tourist part of things. So it's real cut and dry in City Skylines 1. To me, it's not in City Skylines 2. You can literally set up, commercial and have tourist districts. I didn't feel like that was something that I didn't find that looking through here. Obviously, you can have commercial, but the specialization that you have, is pretty much for like livestock and things of that nature. So if I missed something, then please let me know, because I did not see it. I did not see where I can like specialize it to have more tourism and, you know, coming into the city and things like that. So that's one thing that I'll probably do a little bit of research on and you know, build upon in my next city. My ladder building here in this one, I really dug, you know, creating this little pocket here. This one, it did lead to some traffic, but I was able, by creating a district on this end called Queens, I was able to alleviate some of that pass-through traffic. And so for the most part, it's working nicely. The city is working nicely. There's still some medical constraints that's needed, where people are, you know, I guess calling for an ambulance and not getting one right away. Well, you know, I mean, we're talking about 250,000 people. It's, you know, we tried what we could. The coverage is pretty good as far as the medical, from what I can see. So I think that's just a glitch in the City Skylines system. So it's one of those things I've just kind of not ignored, but I've just, you know, continued to build, continued to develop, people coming in. So I didn't really think it, you know, to stop what I was doing and try to address that all the way. But you know, the whole reason that I'm talking on this one, I know it's gonna be kind of bittersweet, but I've decided that I will retire this city out. So this is part 63, and all good things must come to an end. I've sort of picked back up Stardew Valley, so I'll be playing that, continuing with Gordon to, you know, really dive deep into Stardew Valley. Finally finish it. You know, I've played that game, you know, as far as like farms and playthroughs, maybe twice, and only gotten up to like year 2. So that's something that I'm looking to further develop. I'm gonna plan on finishing Commonhood. You could go to my playlist and check that out. That's a very, very nice game as well. It's indie, so it's probably not well known, but if it's something, you know, if you're looking for some cool non-mainstream games, that one definitely is it. It's definitely one to look at. And then also Stranded Alien Dawn. I'm probably gonna be doing some things as far as that. Now, anyone that knows me knows that City Skylines is gonna be coming back. It's gonna well, City Skylines 2 is gonna be coming back, but it's gonna be a new city. So I'm gonna use what I know. Probably gonna look a lot better than this one, and see if we can get it to 500,000. I did have some hiccups with this one, so that's the bittersweet part of this, is that I'm a little, I won't lie, it's hard for me to let that one go, to let this city go, because I literally have been, you know, building it for quite some time, and so I always have a hard time, you know, letting my city go. But, you know, all good things must come to an end, and you know, as far as it goes, we'll continue building, not on this one. This is probably going to close out this one here. I'm thinking in my mind, because we've already gotten the main thing that we can do, which is a metropolis. So that's the main thing that we can do with this one, and we've done that. So what I'm gonna do for this episode is I'm just gonna finish this up. I'm gonna, you know, the parts that we've played probably will be a longer episode. I would like to fill in these parts, satisfy the industry, see if maybe we could get it to 300,000 as far as the population, connect in a little bit. So this may be a longer episode, but this will be a closeout episode. So Just so you know, this is gonna be the end of this series. I don't foresee coming back and doing anything beyond this one in this one. So 63 is a special number to me. So I think this is a good one to stop this on. And so that'll definitely be the plan as far as this goes. But I hope you tune in. Make sure you tune into my other ones. If you are big on City Skylines, I do have City Skylines 1 that I am currently playing. I typically go live with that one, so you on YouTube you can always go back and look at my live replay if you missed the actual live, which I get. People are busy and stuff, but either way, I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna try to fill in these parts here, see what all we can muster up and get done, and then if you have of course, by all means, tips, tricks, comments or anything like that, drop them in the chat. Let's talk about it, and to no further ado, let's get into it.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement.
That was truly superfluous. Masterful counterpart. You're listening to Second Moon Radio, the station of levitated tastes. Don't touch that dial.
A housing shortage is driving up prices in the area.
That's right, Glenda. But apparently that's not all good news. We're joined today by an expert guest, Professor Nutbutter.
Welcome, Professor. So a housing shortage is bad for the people trying to move here, right?
Humans are programmed to desire certain representations within ideological reward structures, which are entirely apart from the actual rewards enjoyed. For example, consider capital.
One final question, Professor. Is the housing shortage going to make me richer?
By certain metrics, perhaps yes, in the short term.
I like the sound of that.
But what we are discussing is the study of a statistical abstraction and its effect on the human
Thank
psyche.
you, Professor.
It is a question of priorities.
This just in from traffic. If you're thinking about hitting the streets, you can expect delays on the major roads, especially during rush hour.
Good to know, Jim. Seems like everyone is in a hurry to get somewhere fast. It's worth slowing down. And if you can, plan your trip outside the rush.
Oh, I don't know. I'd rather wait an hour in traffic than to have to start thinking about everything all the time. Besides, if I did that, I'd never get anywhere.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Storm spotters have reported a tornado currently heading towards the city. Extreme wind conditions are expected. All citizens are advised to seek shelter at this time.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement.
You're tuned in to Second Moon, the channel where the classics never grow old.
We're live, and we're getting reports about a traffic accident somewhere in the city.
Road maintenance services have already been dispatched, and traffic flow should return to normal. But if you're planning a quick trip out, you might want to wait a little while until everything clears up.
If you're in it, you You already know about it. No use reminding you. Meanwhile, expect delays and drive safe. And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate, or so my wife tells me.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin.
A heavy storm is approaching the city, and the likelihood of hail is very high. Traffic slowdowns and damage to crops and property are expected. Citizens are advised to remain indoors until the situation passes.
That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive, and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement. Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling blackouts. We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service announcement.
You're back with Second Moon Radio, your second musical home from home. So settle back in your chair, pour yourself a glass, and prepare for another hour of musical delight. Tonight, we are doing a musical tour of Italia. Land of art and culture. Que bon, as they say. And an aria inspired by the infamous Vivaldi shall be our guide.
In local coverage, the Tourism Board just released their figures, and it's good news all around. Tourism was way up over the previous season. Pretty amazing, right, Jim?
You bet, Glenda. I guess everybody is figuring out that this is the place to be. This just in from traffic. If you're thinking about hitting the streets, you can expect delays on the major roads, especially during rush hour.
Good to know, Jim. Seems like everyone is in a hurry to get somewhere fast. It's worth slowing down. And if you can, plan your trip outside the rush.
This is an emergency broadcast to all citizens. A heavy storm is approaching the city, and the likelihood of hail is very high. Traffic slowdowns and damage to crops and property are expected. Citizens are advised to remain indoors until the situation passes.
Oh, I don't know. I'd rather wait an hour in traffic than to have to start thinking about everything all the time. Besides, if I did that, I'd never get anywhere.
Recent spikes in demand have led to temporary local shortages in the city's fresh water supply. The public should be aware that we are struggling to get the situation in hand. This has been a local public service announcement.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive, and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement.
You're back with Second Moon Radio, your second musical home from home. So settle back in your chair, pour yourself a glass, and prepare for another hour of musical delight. Tonight, we are doing a musical tour of Italia. Land of art and culture. Que bon, as they say. And an aria inspired by the infamous Vivaldi shall be our guide.
And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate, or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this. Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boats.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda.
interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Radar readings indicate a tornado is approaching the city and will be visible soon. Citizens should seek immediate cover. To address the limitations of the city's power grid and combat global warming, the city has passed a resolution to encourage all citizens to reduce their electricity consumption. Be energy smart. Remember to turn off lights and computers when not in use. Good habits can make a big difference. This has been a local public service announcement. A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive, and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement.
Has anyone seen my keys? My keys. What? We're on the air?
Sorry about that. It's, nothing important. I just lost my keys. I'm sure they'll turn up. They're for the brown sedan parked outside the radio station. Oh, wait.
I probably shouldn't have said that. If anyone finds them, please don't steal my car. I mean, the old hornbuckle mobile, please.
Oh, good. Here they are. Well, never mind then. Thank you
For listening to Second Moon.
Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boats.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda. And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate, or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin.
A severe hailstorm is approaching. Damage to crops and property is expected. We urge citizens to stay inside until the storm is past.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. A severe hailstorm is approaching. Damage to crops and property is expected. We urge citizens to stay inside until the storm has passed.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement.
All right, y'all. Bittersweet, bittersweet, man. Look, City Skylines 2, we could keep this thing going. We could keep this thing literally going forever, but we can't. It looks like we made some good progress, which is making me want to make a part 64, but no, we gonna have to close it out. Y'all drop it down in the comments if you think we should continue this city. I'm thinking no. You know, I mean, we did a lot of building today. There's a lot of pluses over here. I did utilize I find that the intersections that's in the game seem to work better than the ones that I tend to make. So that is something that I'll probably do in my next one. I'll probably have it where I utilize a lot more of the intersections. That's something I don't think I tapped into as well as I probably should have. But you know, the first time, you know, you learning. This is really like my first computer game that I'm really like, you know, getting into. Look at the little statue of Liberty looking thing here. Well, it is New York. Bronze statue. But either way, look, y'all, I appreciate you guys. I truly do, for watching, hanging in with me. Whether this is the first one you watching, if it is the first one you watching and you jumped in at the end, I created this city from nothing. Literally a road, and I think I had a railroad line that was coming in from the outside, and so we were able to get this thing to over 40 million, over 266,000 people. We did go bankrupt at one time and had to take loans and stuff and manage the budget and everything, but we've been able to come back from it. I think this is a success. Yeah, and I really enjoyed playing this one. I think I figured out the tourist part on the back end of it. I'm gonna just look at that real quick while I'm in here. Where is it? Tourism. So yeah, we actually have 197 tourists per month. The average hotel cost is about $252. I don't see any pink for the hotels, but okay, I see a little bit right here. What is this? And that actually got a thing that it doesn't have enough customers. So the company is struggling there. But either way, you know, we got some high rents and stuff. There's always things to be done in this game, but I think we've been able to develop it nicely. We've learned a lot, and there will be another city that I'll be making from scratch. I'm probably gonna make that one based off of Georgia, because you know that's where I reside.
A driving advisory has been issued
I'm
for the
familiar
immediate
with
area
the
due to
cities
poor
and stuff
road
here,
conditions.
so
Please
the next one's gonna
exercise
probably be
caution
off
if you must drive,
based on
and try to
Georgia,
stay
and
off
so
the
you'll see
streets
some
until
Georgia
conditions
streets,
improve.
Georgia names. Drop in the
This has
comments.
been a local public service
Uh,
announcement.
what
You're
names
tuned
would
in
you like to
to
see in the
Second
next
Moon,
city?
the channel
And
where the classics never grow old.
I'll drop a video right
This
before we
just
do
in
that, so
from
you guys can
traffic.
kind
If
of
you're
embark on the
thinking about
journey
hitting
with
the
me
streets, you can
and
expect
everything.
delays
But I
on the major
appreciate you
roads,
guys,
especially
man,
during
and
rush
I'm gonna
hour.
close this
Good
one
to
out
know,
for
Jim.
now,
Seems
and I
like
hope to see
everyone is
you
in a hurry
on
to
the
get
next one.
somewhere
Nelly
fast.
Keys out. Y'all
It's
take
worth
care.